Is doing this gonna make you better at doing this? Let's find out. All right, troops, strong and conditioned, live from Elite Gym in Glasgow. So, in order to become a superior burpee practitioner, will only doing burpees be enough? Well, let's look at it through a powerlifting context, for example. Powerlifters concentrate on the three big lifts: the squat, the deadlift, and the bench press. However, they also utilize what is known as assistance lifts to enable them to bring those lifts up. So for example, an assistance exercise may work on a weak point within that exercise, and the assistance exercise is brought in to accommodate that weak point and strengthen it, so in order to improve the whole lift. So in that respect, why don't we look at the burpee through the same lens? Let's look at the bench press. The bench press can be brought up by utilising dumbbell presses, floor presses, and dips. When you look at the deadlift can be supplemented with good mornings and reverse hyperextensions. And the squat can also be improved with lifts like the Bulgarian split squat, a box squat, or even a good morning to that extent. There are lifts which will enhance the main lift. So let's look at burpees in that same way. Number one, what assistance exercises can we use to improve the burpee? Well, obviously with the burpee being a push exercise, we need to look at it in its purest form, which is that the push-up is the vital component of the burpee. It is the part of the burpee which gives people most trouble. If your push-up strength is limited, then your burpee ability is limited. So, how do we look at the push-up? Well, the hardest part of the push-up is the concentric motion, where chest comes away from the ground and we lock out the arms. So, in order to achieve those high rep numbers, we need to mitigate the effort that's used within that part of the burpee. And by supplementing it with strength-based work or other exercises which emphasize the push, we can use these tools to further enhance our ability to perform burpees. So let's look at the assistance lifts we need to do in order to become superior burpee practitioners. Dips are a phenomenal exercise in order to help enhance the burpee. They put the shoulders under a severe degree of pressure while at the same time enhancing that pushing strength, particularly when we utilise high rep dips. High rep dips are going to enhance your ability to bang out those burpees with wild aplomb. Dips can also be utilised with the aid of weight, which is further going to improve your burpee strength. The bench press is another exercise which is going to build strength in the shoulders, chest and triceps in order to make that push-up a ton easier. So why don't we use the bench press to help us become superior burpee practitioners, particularly low rep work which is based around heavy weight? That is going to allow us to handle those push-ups with ease once we start supplementing our program with this lift. Floor presses are another excellent exercise. Floor presses are excellent for working the lockout phase of a bench press, and also one of the most difficult phases of the push-up. When we can get ourselves off the ground, that tends to be the easiest part. However, that lockout is when you really do notice your limitations. So if you are looking to work on lockout power within the burpee, then it would make sense to utilise a floor press in conjunction with your burpee training. Tricep work is another tool that you need to utilise in order to get those push-up numbers and those burpee numbers into the stratosphere. Tricep pushdowns, tricep band work, dips as well, work the triceps hard. The triceps being a vital muscle used in push-ups. So it also makes sense if we utilise tricep work in our programme in order to become the James Bond of burpees. Incline dumbbell presses are another fantastic tool. They work the chest and they work the triceps hard, particularly when the weight starts to creep up. So these are another exercise that you should use in order to turn you from burpee loser to burpee winner. So there you have it, troops. Just a couple of exercises that you can implement within your regime, which will hopefully allow you to make improvements, allow you to master the push-up, thus allowing you to become that burpee practitioner you set out to become. That guy who can hit those high numbers, that guy who can bust out 100 unbroken at any moment's notice. That man who can go anywhere in the world and bust out a burpee clip. That's how it's done, guys. Let's get to work. Use the tools to your advantage. Thank you. Thanks for staying strong, and thanks for staying conditioned.